Hi, I'm Meg. Welcome to plantfitmeg. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about New Year's resolutions and how to set them in a smart way that will actually have you keeping your resolution and making progress towards your goal throughout the year. I'll share my top 5 tips for getting started with your resolution and maintaining it throughout the year. Tip number 1 is clarity. Why are you making this New Year's resolution in the first place? Is it something that is deeply important to you, or is it something that is just the same resolution you made last year and the same one you made the year before and the same one you always make but you never really follow through with, and it's just kind of a gesture rather than an actual commitment to reaching your goals? Are you making your resolution because of external pressures, because of what the media says you should do, or family or friends say that you should do? Be specific about your goals and why they're important to you. For example, 2 really common New Year's resolutions are to get healthier generally and to lose weight. So if one or both of those things are part of your New Year's resolutions, why are they important to you? Really dig into why. Ask the question why 5 times and write it down and dig into the deeper reason and the deeper meaning behind your goal. Write it down and refer to it often. We often think that our resolutions and big goals and big dreams are always going to be top of mind. And of course, I'm feeling super motivated right now, so I'm going to be feeling super motivated next week and the next week and the next month. But the truth is that life gets in the way. We have a lot of competing priorities. A lot of us live very busy, very stressful lives. And so the more that you can make a goal that really resonates with you and has a really deep meaning and a deep why, and you can remind yourself of it often, the more that will help you to keep going and to make progress towards where you want to go. Tip number 2 is to be realistic. So oftentimes we make really big, dramatic goals. I want to run a marathon. I want to lose 100 pounds. I want to compete in a bodybuilding show. But what needs to be considered is, do you have the time, the energy, the resources, the mindset, and the commitment to really take action and to make those dreams a reality? If you have a really big goal, but you really haven't taken any steps towards it yet, you might want to refine your goal, or at least break it down into smaller steps. We are capable of making really big changes if we have the right mindset and we're feeling very strongly about it and very deeply, deeply committed. And at the same time, we need to consider, what do our schedules look like? How much time and energy do we have to pay attention to and schedule in what's required to make progress towards this goal? This leads into step 3, which is planning. Have a plan A and a plan B, maybe even a plan C. Break down your big goal into smaller, achievable steps and break it down as small and achievable and doable as possible, so that when you achieve that goal, you can check it off the list, feel great about it, have it as a habit and part of your routine, and then move on. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, but you haven't run at all, you need to start where you are. You need to start somewhere. Maybe you're running 1 minute off, 1 minute on for 20 minutes as a starting point. If your fitness level is higher than that, then maybe you do more, but starting where you are, making a plan, and going ahead with it. If you plan to run, let's say 3 days a week, but the weather's bad, or you get sick, or you get injured, what's plan B? So consider different scenarios that might come up. Your child is sick and you need childcare, or whatever the case may be, any stumbling block that might get in your way, and try to preemptively plan for that eventuality, because things come up and life happens. It's not going to be 100% sunshine and rainbows. So make contingency plans. Step number 4 is to take action. So you have your clarity, you've defined your why behind your big goal, you've been realistic, you have your plan A and your contingency plan, your plan B or plan C. And now it's time to take everything off of the paper or off of the computer or off of wherever you've been finding information, gathering information and making plans, and take it into the real world and take action. So as I mentioned in the planning phase, make sure you schedule things in and you keep those commitments to yourself. I recommend to my clients that once you have something scheduled into your calendar, even if it's a run or if it's meal prepping or going for a workout or anything, you stick to that plan and that commitment, because it's a commitment to yourself. And so even if you might not see it as big of a priority as if you had, let's say, a meeting with a work colleague or a date night or something that would involve other people, I recommend seeing it in a very similar way, in that you're keeping a commitment to yourself and a meeting and an appointment for yourself. So do your utmost to keep those commitments and keep those appointments with yourself so that you continue to make progress and also build your confidence along the way. Choose action-oriented goals and behavior-based changes. So if your goal generally is to sort of get healthier, well, what does that mean to you and what does that look like? And so maybe as a starting point, it's drinking more water and really getting your hydration on point. Maybe your sleep is really off and that's something that really needs attention. And so maybe that's the first area of focus for you. So really breaking things down and then taking action, because planning is great, but planning and thinking about it and having thoughts about wanting to do the thing don't actually get you anywhere, don't actually have you making progress towards your goals. So take action. Tip number 5 is to track and evaluate. So when you make your plans and you're taking your actions, I recommend taking notes, and whether that's pen to paper or whether that's in your notes app on your phone or however you prefer to keep track of things and to take notes, there are apps that can keep track of things for you as well. So use whatever tools that are helpful to you and that make sense to you. Track what you're doing so that you can see how you're making progress, what you're doing well and what you're happy with, and what maybe you would have done differently. And then taking a moment to evaluate what was going on with your mindset in that moment, what was going on in your life and in your world in that moment, and how you might make a different choice the next time, and how you might revise your plan as needed too, because maybe your initial plan was a little too lofty, a little too much for your schedule. Maybe something dramatic has come up where you need to maybe ease off a little bit. That's okay. Don't give up completely. Don't give up and just throw your hands up in the air and say it's not doable. Revise your plan, edit, and continue. And keep taking action, tracking, evaluating, and keep going. My 6th bonus tip is don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. If you have a goal that's really important to you and that you really want to go for and you're really excited about, don't give up. There will be challenges. It won't always be easy. You'll have to make sacrifices. You'll have to make some hard decisions sometimes. But you can absolutely get to where you want to go and you can make progress towards your goals as long as you don't give up. So keep going. Hire a coach, get some help if you need it, enlist a friend or a family member as an accountability buddy or a supportive ear to listen to and chat with. But keep going. You've got this. On another note, if some of this doesn't quite resonate and you're thinking, I don't really have a deep why, or I don't know if I'm up for New Year's resolutions this year, that's okay. I've got you as well. My next video is going to be all about New Year's resolutions and why they might not always be the best route to take, and how some of the overwhelm and pressures can actually be harmful. And I'll discuss my plans for the new year, which actually don't involve New Year's resolutions, surprisingly. So it might seem like those two videos and those two concepts are contradictory, but I actually believe that they're two sides of the same coin, or the same pancake, or whatever analogy you want to think of. So stay tuned for that video. I hope you really enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know what your goals are for the new year, what kind of resolutions you're making, or what kind of plans you have. I'd love to continue the conversation in the comment section below. Leave a like on the video if you liked it, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!